Hey, what's going on, Nostalgics? Welcome back to another video here on the Nostalgia Factor. And today, guys, I wanted to do another brief collection pickup with you guys. This is my Final Fantasy merchandise collection, for those of you who don't know. I've been building up over the past 2 years. I've made it. It's my favorite video game series. 7's my favorite game of all time. I've mentioned this in past collection videos, because I've been documenting the progress of my collection on this channel. And if you're interested, I have a playlist full of those videos where I've detailed some of the other pieces in my collection up to this date. But this episode is going to be a little different, because all of the merchandise I'm going to be showing you guys here is all centered around Final Fantasy X. It's also one of my favorite games of all time, and I've been on a bit of a Final Fantasy X merchandise kick. And I'm expanding the collection out to Final Fantasy games, mainly 7, but I do collect for a few other games that I do enjoy. So, without any further ado, guys, let's get into showing you some of the merchandise out there that I didn't even know existed for Final Fantasy X. Briefly before that too, guys, quick announcement here at the start of the video before I show you guys this merchandise here briefly. I wanted to let you guys know that I am planning on doing a Q&A video. I haven't really done a question and answer video here on the channel in a long time, where I've just sat down and answered a bunch of questions, because we have gotten a lot of new viewers here on the channel since I've actually started working on the Nostalgia Factor more with the reviews and everything. So if you guys are interested in submitting a Q&A question for that future video, whenever that might be, let me know in the comment section down below. Ask me whatever you want. It could be gaming related, could be related to life in general. Leave as many as you want, and those will be some of the questions that are included. I'll probably make more of an official announcement later on in another video or a community tab post, because I do post there fairly frequently. But just leave your questions in the comment section down below, and I will include those in a future video. Alright, back to the merchandise. Here, guys, I have something from Final Fantasy X-2, actually. These are Japanese Final Fantasy II Yuna key straps. These were apparently released back in the early 2000s, I believe 2003 or 4 in Japan, and these were accessories meant to strap onto your phone, and both of them feature Yuna in different garb from X-2, specifically with this one in her songstress dress sphere, as well as her regular outfit in the game. This is definitely something pretty cool. They weren't too expensive when I bought them off of eBay. They're around, I think, $15 or so for each of them. They're not easy to find. They're pretty cool pieces of merch, and I didn't even really know this existed, to be honest. They're not in the best shape in the world. They're slightly beat up here and there, but really they're in good enough condition. The price was good enough. This is definitely an unusual piece of merchandise that I really did not know even existed. It was cool and simple enough, and these are just pretty cool additions to the collection. This, guys, is one of the biggest pieces of merchandise in the collection, quite literally. This is a figure of Tidus from Final Fantasy X. From the original party, at least, where I gather, like Tidus, Yuna, Auron, and a lot of the other original party members from 10. They released a lot of these big jumbo figures around when the game came out. They've released other figures since then that you might expect, like similar ones that I've shown you guys from Final Fantasy VII. But these figures for this particular line from that company, Artex, or ArtFX, these figures are huge. When I bought this Tidus one online for a reasonable price, it was around $50 or so, because the box is slightly beat up and it's missing Tidus' sword. But honestly, compared to what these figures are going for on eBay at this point, like $100+ for just one of them, at least for the Tidus figure, this was honestly a good price point, and I just wanted the box and figure anyway. But this was a pretty cool addition to the collection. Awesome and super rare figure in a lot of ways. And it's literally bigger for scale. This is a figure that I showed in a past video of Tifa from Final Fantasy Advent Children. And then look how big that box is compared to that figure. So if you're interested in picking these up, I would definitely recommend it. But just keep in mind, make sure that you have a decent amount of shelf space, because there are at least 7 of these things out there for the main party. So make sure you have the space available. This was pretty cool. This here, guys, I would argue is probably the coolest thing of the video that I wanted to show you guys. It actually just came in today at the time of filming. These are Final Fantasy X Chibi Coca-Cola figures. They originally released back in Japan back in the early 2000s, around when 10 originally came out. And Coca-Cola's done a few Final Fantasy collaborations. They've done the same thing with Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX, and Final Fantasy X. So there are several variants of these figures that are out there. They have the chibi versions, like what I'm showing you guys here for 10. They also have ones that are full length, like regular human-sized, or Coca-Cola crystal variants, where they're like all red, that kind of thing. And I wanted to get these because not only are they pretty cool figures and rare and hard to find, it's not like you can find these things nowadays, But they also have representation from Coca-Cola. A lot of the Final Fantasy VII figures I've seen that were made with the Coca-Cola collaboration they're not holding the bottles, or there's no Coca-Cola branding or anything. But these Final Fantasy X figures actually do, and you guys can see pretty much every single one of these characters are either holding a Coca-Cola bottle or holding the logo like Seymour and Tidus here. So these are pretty cool figures. I really enjoyed picking these up. They were for a good price for the entire lot of at least the chibi versions, and these are just pretty cool. I like Coca-Cola, but the fact of the matter is my favorite video game series and one of my favorite games of all time collaborated with a pretty big brand name company, and this is just pretty cool and unusual merchandise to get in general. If you're interested in picking them up, definitely look on eBay. They have individual ones if you only want certain figures, but if you're interested in getting the entire set, they have listings similar to this one. But definitely check them out. That's really all I have to show you guys for this video today. Like I said, this was a brief Final Fantasy collection video, Final Fantasy X themed anyway. This was some pretty cool merchandise, some different figures and whatnot here that I wanted to unveil, because I do have a few more items on the way at the time of this video's filming, and obviously I'm going to keep growing this collection as time goes on, because I absolutely love this series, mainly surrounding 7, but branching out into stuff like 10, for instance, because I also love that game. But anything else I get in the future, I will show you guys in future collection vlogs, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this one. Do you guys collect Final Fantasy merchandise? Did you like anything you saw in the video? You a big Final Fantasy fan? Let me know what you guys think about the video and what I showed you guys today in the comment section down below, in addition to asking any questions for that upcoming Q&A video that I had mentioned previously. Otherwise, I do appreciate you guys checking it out regardless. Give the video a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to catch future videos like this one. Otherwise, that's all from me for this one. And until next time, this has been Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor saying, keep on gaming.